Hello everyone, Randy here again, and we were playing Farming Simulator 15 on Sosnovka. And we got a couple fields that need to be replanted. Okay, that was weird. Let me there we go, okay. Let's try hiring them again there. Yes, we got all the fields are finished being harvested. And we just need to finish tilling and planting. So we'll get this John Deere here, the 9560, we'll get him on field 24. And then we got the 9630, we'll put him on the next field over. Is that 27? Yes, 27. Okay, hire a worker there, and we'll grab this guy. You may notice he lost his tires. It took, what, a couple episodes there, but he finally lost his tires. I don't know why that is, but like I said, every couple of times, the tires disappear on this guy. So, you know what I can do? I think, is it 5? Yes. That at least looks a little bit better to me. I don't know, if you folks ask me, these tractors just do not look right with single tires. That's just my opinion, I guess, but yeah, this tractor, articulated tractor like this with single tires, just does not look right in my opinion. Okay, hire the worker there as well. Okay, well, you guys should all be going. I'll be surprised if this guy doesn't get like stuck in a tree somewhere. And then we're going to do some cultivating ourselves. We got the big Case 620 quad track, of course. And we're going to cultivate field 18 ourselves here. We'll be using the Kuhn Cross cultivator, field cultivator 5635. Nice big cultivator. Okay, we'll probably need to recalculate this width here in a moment. Whoa, it went up to 18.5. Okay. I think it's 15.5 if I remember correctly. This is where the GPS mod is kind of annoying. To get it to actually go to 15.5. There we go, finally. Actually, it might be a little wider than 15.5. That's close enough, though. Another really good-looking piece of cultivation equipment here, if you ask me. Very much what I would call an American-style cultivator as well. We would call this a field cultivator. And, of course, pulling some sort of mulcher, clump buster, or something behind the... Whoa, okay, that went around. Something being pulled behind the field cultivator to kind of finalize the ground there. Smooth it out nice. Break up any clumps. I would say technically too, this thing probably should actually have a longer hitch on it. The hitch doesn't seem quite long enough to me, considering the width of these pieces of equipment. I think if you go look at the John Deere over there and the Great Plains, I think they have longer hitches on them that allow for a little bit tighter turn that way. This one, by the way, does not have a camera on it. I just have, you know, the inside camera and the outside camera. There's no actual camera on the cultivator. Unlike that John Deere disc that does have one. And by the way, for those of you wondering, the roller on the back here does actually have a function. I am not actually using it for what it can do. It's more for looks than anything. The function it has is it can actually fertilize. Don't totally agree with that function myself. That's probably the main reason I'm not using it. Like I said, I'm just using it more for, it looks good back there. Wow, it takes that cultivator a long time to lower. My goodness. Oh well. Our seeder can no-till too, by the way, so it's not like I'm too concerned about getting every last little bit here cultivated. And the field here is fertilized, by the way. I did spread slurry on it. Don't remember if we did that on screen or not, but this field should be all set for fertilizer. Think we got to do all 3 of those fields yet. I'll have to check. I don't remember now. Also, folks, I think it's getting time to maybe start looking for a new map here. We've been doing quite a few episodes on Sosnovka here. Every time I've asked you folks if we should keep going on Sosnovka, you folks have said we should. So the question for you folks is, should we keep going on Sosnovka? Let me know. If not, let me know which map we should go to next. Like I said, I'm thinking it's time for a new map here. We've done quite a few episodes on Sosnovka already. Definitely enjoyed it. Nothing wrong there, but just getting time for a new map, if you ask me. So you folks let me know. Should we do a new map? And if we do a new map, what map should we do? I, at least at this point, don't really have any maps in mind. And we'll probably do a couple more episodes on Sosnovka here yet, but after that, like I said, I'm thinking it's time for new maps. So And like I said, really enjoyed Sosnovka here. I think we've really had some good mods on this series so far. Done some pretty cool things. Oh, the case is finished, and I'm surprised. It doesn't look like he got stuck on any trees at all. I thought he would be doing some fairly wide turns over there, but looks like he made it. And I don't know that we can really start him on any other fields yet. I'm pretty sure the rippers aren't that far ahead. Being the disc is almost twice the width of those rippers and can probably go about twice as fast. You'll catch up pretty quick there. Speaking of those rippers, someone left a comment there last episode saying they had 2 of them on their farm, it sounded like. They pulled it with, trying to remember here, I think it was a 9570 RX. That's a quad tracked John Deere tractor. And I think it was a 9520. That would be a wheeled tractor, 9520R. And they had, I think it was the 2720 Ripper, which is that this one? I think that's this one. Nope, that's the 2730. I think they said they had the 2720, which is this one here. Oh yeah, we had some slightly messed up crops here. I probably could have come back with a harvester and got this last little bit, but oh well, close enough, I figured. Yes, I believe this is the 2720. And they were saying they pulled an average of about, I think it was 5 point something to 6 point something miles per hour. So kind of interesting there. So yeah, like I've said in the past, the speed at which we cultivate on Farming Simulator is quite a bit too fast for real life. Although to me, it seems close enough in the game to be, to keep things moving, I guess you could say. I think it'd be a little bit of a long, slow, drawn-out process if you have to cultivate a field at 5 miles an hour. You ever take a little bit there? I think it goes to show you folks, too, the people that comment. There's actually a fair number of actual farmers that watch Farming Simulator videos. Something that's kind of surprised me to some extent. The number of real farmers that actually watch Farming Simulator, or even play Farming Simulator for that matter. That's, pretty cool if you ask me. Anyway, let's see if we can read a couple comments here. From my American Truck Simulator video, Motor Rider was saying, me want? Keith was saying, out of interest, I used to play Euro Truck Simulator 2 with an Xbox pad. And he said he found all the buttons easy to use and find. But said with the side panel, he has not been able to find a happy solution for shifting. Don't really have an answer to that one, seeing as how I don't really use the shifting. I pretty much stick with the real automatic transmission for my transmission type. But looking at the side panel, one thing that comes to mind is maybe the little well, not really a throttle wheel. The speed wheel. That's off to the side of the little joystick there on the left side. That little wheel you use to change your speed in Farming Simulator. That might be an interesting solution for gear changing. Okay, we just about have the field done being cultivated here. And once we get this done, we'll probably move on to planting. Like I said, we'll probably wait till the rippers are done there before we start cultivating those fields. Garrett was saying, what time of day do you usually record your videos? Typically my farming sim videos 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you on the multiplayer server, that's the time I typically record them as well. But if you're looking to play with us, typically I am on 7, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the time I usually try to be on. You know, obviously not all the time does it work out, but I try to as much as possible. Crazy Ashton was saying, nice video. Thank you very much for that. James was saying the shaft on the 4440 is the drive shaft for the hydraulic pump that sits in front of the radiator. No, I don't think that would be what that shaft would be for. Like I said in my video, I'm pretty sure it's just probably for what looks like the compressor there. The shaft for the hydraulic pump would actually be lower down, and I think it comes off the crankshaft, if I remember correctly. So it'll be coming right off the main pulley there from the engine, for the hydraulic pump, that is. Oh, that thing really whips around back there. Oh wow, we can cultivate so much faster. That's kind of weird. I think because we're on the grass a little bit. Kyle was saying 12 was for Farming Sim. 12 was for mobile, as far as I know. Farming Sim 9, 11, 12. No, let me get this right. Farming Sim 9, 11, 13, 15, and 17 is for PC. Farming Simulator 12, 14, and 16 is for mobile. So yes, he'd be correct on that. The odd numbers are for PC, Xbox, PlayStation releases. And then the even numbered years, Farming Sim releases mobile versions of their game, Farming Simulator. And for those of you who have not seen that, yes, I'm playing, obviously, Farming Simulator 15 here. I've also got videos on Farming Simulator 16, which is the mobile version of Farming Simulator. So I think we're done with this tractor. We'll just, actually maybe move this over here for now. We could probably get it lined up to do one of the fields over here once the rippers are done. Vultureman says, great video. Thank you very much for that. Tyler was saying, hey, I'm loving the videos. Keep it up. Actually, no, I probably should, and I thought it would stop a lot faster than that. I probably should shut the engine off. Okay, we'll leave that there for the moment. And let's head over and start some planting. I think these guys over here are all set. I don't think we need to do anything with them. Oh, they're actually almost done. We could probably almost start cultivating, but we'll wait. Not in a particularly big hurry to start cultivating. At least not until our planter catches up anyway, which I don't think that'll happen. Also, that John Deere 4440, let me just buy that a minute. Seems to be a lot of comments surrounding what that actually is on this tractor. Let me see if I can find it. There it is, the John Deere 4440. Like I said, a nice looking older tractor for those of you who have not seen this. I'd like to say this is the one off American Eagle modding. I don't remember exactly. It should be in my mod list, though, for those of you who want this particular tractor anyway. So, yes, the green shaft is the one that's pretty much right in the center of my screen there, right below the radiator hose. The one that's coming off this black, like I said, kind of looks like a compressor to me for air conditioning. Let's see, who was it left the comment here? Let me go back a minute. James. The drive shaft for the hydraulic pump. Like I said, that would be a little bit lower down. And you can actually see it there. There is a green shaft there. Just below the radiator. And like you said, that would go... I don't know if you can... Yeah, I can't really look up under there, can I? See, I'm not sure if there's a way I can either that I can think of off the top of my head. But, yes, there'll be a hydraulic pump. Be underneath your, I believe, the fuel tank. Yes, the fuel tank's in the front here as well. Be underneath the fuel tank there. Just a bit of fun to change for those of you who've ever done that. I've actually done that twice. Had to change a hydraulic pump in the front of a tractor there. Like I said, just a bit of fun. If I remember correctly, I think the one we did, we actually had to remove the front axle so in order to actually get the hydraulic pump out. I could be wrong in that, but that seems like a thing if I remember correctly. Anyway, let's go back to seeding. I don't think we really actually need this tractor at the moment. And yeah, again, I don't know if I can get a mouse pointer. I probably actually can. Oh, then I can't zoom in, though. The shaft I'm looking at is the one right there, though. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you folks that again, because like I said, there seems to be a lot of comments surrounding what that shaft actually is. And when I say shaft, I probably really shouldn't say shaft. I think it's actually a pulley. I don't think it's actually a shaft. It's just a poorly modded pulley that looks like a shaft. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we did not go. Why did it not lock on the GPS? There we go. Much better. Ooh, this tractor's going to do a lot of spinning, isn't it? Wonder if it helps if we turn four-wheel drive on. Hey, look at that, it does. This tractor actually shouldn't have any trouble pulling this seeder. At least according to the game, anyway. It says it only takes 120 horsepower. And according to the game, again, this tractor has 203 horsepower, I think it is. Just my opinion here again, I don't think either of those numbers are right, either for the tractor or the seeder. Case Magnum 140, I'm just guessing here. Typically the numbers are pretty close to the actual horsepower. So when it says it's a 140, it's probably closer to 140 horsepower. Somewhere in that neighborhood anyway. And 120 horsepower to pull this seed drill. Again, I kind of think not. I'm thinking more like a 200 horse tractor somewhere in there. So yeah, like I said, I don't think either of those numbers are right. The amount of horsepower this tractor has and the amount of horsepower required to pull the planter. Oh, that's right, too. On the multiplayer server, we were having issues with the seeder planting when it was raised up. As you can see, it is raised up off the ground. I mean, it's not very far, but it is raised up. Oh, and it does keep planting single player, too. I'm thinking that's probably just a bug with the planter, then. So, as like you folks seen there, it is raised up out of the ground. Like I said, it's not very far out of the ground, but it is raised up. And back to the comments here again. Brainan was saying, I like this video. Thank you very much for that. John was saying, great video. I enjoy seeing the different mods you use. That, by the way, I think is what has kept me playing Sosnovka here. I probably would have ditched this map a long time ago if it wasn't for the mods. But yeah, like I said, at least in my opinion, I think we've had some really cool mods this season on this map. Delcom was saying, boss, you have to remember that not all countries pronounce the same way. As an example, IKEA. Everyone knows that store. Unfortunately, we, even in Canada, pronounce it as it looks. When he was saying we were woefully wrong, but Sweden was being nice about it. Okay. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure what the reference there is to Sweden, if that's pronounced differently than IKEA. But here's the thing again. English pronunciation. IKEA. I'm sorry, but that is probably the right pronunciation. I don't think you can disagree with that. That may not be the way they want it pronounced. But based on the spelling, that is... Unless I'm mistaken, that is how it's pronounced. But yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure how that is pronounced differently. Oh yeah, here it is. Delcom has in the rest of his comment, it looks like, if I read the whole thing. IKEA. IKEA, I think, is the way he's saying it's supposed to be pronounced. Okay. Yeah, it's just interesting how some people say things should be pronounced differently. But there again, like I said, if you go with a proper English pronunciation, it, in my opinion, would have to be pronounced IKEA. Just like the multiplayer map, Caucus. And we got another comment from someone who's asking, how do you change the sprayer when using the soil mod so you can add water or the NPK type fertilizers? This is on Manchester. In order to change spray types in a fertilizer... Hey, this planter's missing, isn't it? I just noticed that. Interesting. Okay. That's the whole reason we changed to this planter, by the way, because our old planter was, like, skipping a lot. That's weird this planter's skipping, because I don't think it did, or didn't do much anyway last time around that I remember. Anyway, back to the comment there and the soil mod and spray. You have to be next to a fertilizer refill spot. So, you know, like the blue tanks, for example. You have to be next to one of those, and then it's push O to change to the different fertilizer types. Anyway, folks, looking at the time, looks like it's time to wrap up the episode already. So, just a reminder again, you folks let me know. Do we need to look for a new map, or do you still want to see more Sosnovka yet? Let me know one way or the other, and if we do need a new map, let me know. What map should we do? Like I said, at this point, I really don't have any maps in mind, so... Oh, you know what? I just noticed something, folks. I might know why it was skipping. I had the cedar raised up. That might be why. Maybe, just maybe. Anyway, folks, like I said, we need to wrap it up, so... Folks, have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.